you have 18 months. Now think about this. There are people in here that have been through this, and I definitely honor that and respect that, so you know what I went through. You know when you're in an elevator, and that elevator drops down, and your stomach just goes boom, and that adrenaline goes through your body, and it's like fear, and it's pain, and it's loss, it's all that shit. I had that. I remember my dad sitting there looking at him, and he was just frozen. And I go, that didn't fucking just happen. That doctor did not just tell my dad he's gonna die in a year and a half, regardless of the fucking chemotherapy. So, as I go back, I mean, I walked out of that room and I'm in the parking lot. I'm like, Dad, you're gonna be okay. It's fine. It's this, it's that. We can do this, we can do that. But really, in his heart, he wasn't hearing anything I said because he was scared shitless. Now, I go back to the studio and I have this wonder kid, Amon, with me, and we're writing a song, and I'm like cynical. Now, I stay up all night long and I listen to really weird stuff and I educate myself, because really what I'm all about is trying to like push myself to do things that fucking matter. You know, like how do I relate with you guys, and how do we grow together? And like, I didn't have it. How was I supposed to have it? My dad was dying and there was no like real cure, and I'm supposed to come back and write this song about what happens when we die, because that's how the song started. So I was cynical. And so I wrote the first part of this song like, I don't know what happens, I don't feel it. I don't have some like revelation of what happens. Like, you hear these stories, but I don't feel that right now. I feel pain, I'm scared, I feel lost, I feel just so fucking small. Okay, so my dad did not last 18 months, he lasted 6 months. And I remember I was with him in a hospice, and he's laying in the bed, and he's like on all this morphine and shit, and I go home to get some sleep. Now at 3 in the morning, now I'm telling you, I'm opening my heart to you guys, at 3 in the morning, I get this like fucking crazy jolt of electricity. Like, it was like 1,000,000 volts. It was like euphoria, you know? It was like drugs. It was like, I woke up out of my sleep, all the hair standing up on my arms, I got all the goosebumps and shit. I'm going, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? And the air got knocked, have you ever had the air knocked out of your lungs? I'm a skateboarder, always a skateboarder. I remember I dropped in on this half pipe once, and I fell and I ate shit, and all the air gets knocked out of your lungs, and you can't breathe. That's what it felt like, but it was also like beautiful. And I look up and I feel like there's like this light in the room. I remember sitting there squinting like there's a fucking light in the room, and I don't know what the fuck this is, where's it coming from? And right at that moment, my phone on my nightstand buzzes. So I look over and it says, your father just passed. Now think about this for a second. I knew what this was because when his mom died, my grandmother, it was the same fucking thing, but it was 4 p.m. in the afternoon. I left hospice again. I go home to take a nap, and I get this thing that wakes me up out of this nap, and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? But it was lighter, it wasn't as strong. It was like a little bit removed, but it was still kind of this supernatural shit. And when this happened, I knew exactly what it does. So I picked up the phone, it was 3 a.m., and I called my sister. I go, Carrie, and she answers, she's like, hey, she's awake. Well, why are you awake? She's like, I don't know, something's going on. I feel this thing, I feel a hug, I feel like electricity, I feel like I'm on drugs. I don't understand what's going on. And she's asking me her older brother, and I said, Dad just died. And she gets quiet on the phone. So you know what I said? I was like, that was his fucking soul that went straight through me, straight through you. And I said this to my sister, and I said, it's because he's off. You know, he's like, he's off. So I raced to the house, and all these people are crying, like his wife and these other people, and like, do you want to go see him? But I don't want to go fucking see his body. He's not in there. He's not fucking in there. And so I went to the funeral and I said this same fucking story, and it changed my life. Now, we all know people that have had like a weird experience where like they saw something or they felt something, and we're like, okay, fuck you, I get it, I love you, you're my buddy, I don't know what you're talking about, I'm so happy that you felt something. We all do that. We second guess this shit because we you don't fucking understand it. And I'm a true believer that science was like this, what can we measure? And everything else that we couldn't measure, we threw into religion. But at some point, they're gonna merge. And when that merges together, because we can measure all that other shit, we're gonna realize what the universe is. And I felt a piece of it. I used to tell people that what I felt was like a power that creates stars. So what I did is I ran back to the fucking studio. And it's like, fuck you, I wrote this whole song about being cynical. I'm gonna write the end of the song about what's really fucking happening because I fucking felt it, you know? This shit was crazy. This is why we do what we do, you know? It's like, I want you guys all to know that, you know, if anything with Angels and Airwaves, if anything you grab and you take with you, that life is not what you think it is. It's not about having money. It's not about having the perfect fucking job. It's not about planning shit out so you never have any obstacles, that nothing ever goes wrong. It's about lessons. It's about growth. So when you come back or when you go back to where you're from, you can say, fuck, I learned some shit, you know? So I went back and I wrote the end of the song. And the end of the song was pretty different from the beginning of the song. The end of the song was like, you have no goddamn clue what's coming for you. And it's fucking great. Everything is going to be okay. And that's my message. So instead of sending you guys this song and saying, hey, this is dedicated to my dad, which is what a rock band would do, the song's dedicated to you so you learn something and you fucking leave here tonight and you know that you can make your life anything you want. This song is for you and my dad. It's called Tunnels. It goes like this. I am still